Modulation of LED light can give rise to stroboscopic effects, which can be described as the misconception of motion by the viewer. This is an unintended, unwanted lighting effect and can be distracting. Therefore, activities were started in various standardization bodies to develop an appropriate new stroboscopic measure. The lighting industry and EU regulators, who are now incorporating this brand new measure in the new Ecodesign regulation, are searching for agreement on the values to be attributed, about which there is some dispute. Recently, a new stroboscopic measure was developed called the Stroboscopic Visibility Measure, or SVM. It is meant to predict the visibility of the stroboscopic effect, taking into account human sensitivity to frequency and wave shape. SVM1 is the visibility threshold by definition. This means that an SVM value above 1 is visible and below 1 is not. Studies have shown that people generally find SVM values between 1 and 2 still acceptable for indoor applications. Above 2, however, the effect becomes unacceptable to an average viewer. The final version of the EU Ecodesign regulation voted upon in December 2018 contained a radical, unexpected and unwelcome last-minute change to the SVM measure previously proposed in all draft texts. The EU decision to reduce the SVM level down from the originally agreed 1.6 to 0.4 is not supported by the European lighting industry. Such a low limit is not justified. It will have severe consequences for a significant number of existing popular household LED lamps required to replace conventional light sources and will hamper the market penetration efforts of certain higher flux professional applications. The 0.4 value is not backed up by an impact assessment or a clear market need, nor does it have any basis in scientific evidence. Essentially, the EU Ecodesign is about energy efficiency requirements. The inclusion of a strict SVM will, however, lead to a reduced amount of energy savings due to the technical trade-offs that will have to be made. The SVM level is just one of the aspects to be regulated for LED light sources. A change in one of the features results in a trade-off with others. There is always a balancing act between technical requirements, energy efficiency versus electromagnetic compatibility versus SVM. There are three main technical directions for lowering SVM levels in lamps. Using an input capacitor is one of them, but that is not possible for products where the power is over 25 watt. Increasing the output capacitor is another, but will pose size constraints for small full glass filament bulbs. Thirdly, it can be done by adding a ripple reduction circuit, but this is not suitable for the entire range of light sources, affecting particularly dimmable LED lamps and higher power integrated LED products. In summary, some products in the total portfolio can technically have a low SVM, but not all. Especially the small size, full glass, high lumen, long lifetime, dimmable products cannot achieve such overly strict SVM values on top of all other requirements. Reduced SVM levels will cause the light levels and efficiency of a light source to decrease by 3 to 5% and heat levels to rise, resulting in worse reliability and shorter lamp lifetimes. In addition, the dimming functionality will be reduced and the size of the lamp base will have to be increased to handle the additional complexity of driver electronics needed. For the lighting industry, this means the introduction of higher lumen packages within LED product ranges will be hampered or even halted. The current proposal of the European Commission of SVM at 0.4 without any exemptions will mean there will be no LED retrofit lamps available on the European market for luminaires built to take the following lamps. Lighting Europe has been against the inclusion of any SVM requirement for all the reasons already mentioned. We believe that the SVM value and any other requirements should be based on science and technical facts. Overly strict SVM requirements with no benefit for the consumer will lead to less energy efficiency and/or unintended phase-out of mains LED lamps due to the impossibility of the combination of technical requirements. This will not help the transition to energy-saving LED lighting. Since the SVM has, however, been adopted in the EU Ecodesign regulation, we are urging regulators to change the proposed SVM limit values. Instead of a requirement of 0.4, we propose a two-step approach in which the SVM value is first set at 1.3 and then reduced to 1.0 for the bulk of LED lamps. For the specific lamp types listed here, we request an exemption such that their SVM value is allowed to be up to 1.6.